So here we are again. Does anybody know the date?
May 4th.
Oh yeah, may the force be with you.
Really?
August, when we met, I asked a question about, is Christ School a friendly place? So what do you
Definitely is a friendly place.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It can be unfriendly.
Not just the place, but the people. Really friendly.
Teacher
It's
and
like a
student.
brotherhood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When you think of the friendships you made, which people will you remember, do you think?
I will definitely remember Jean-Pierre. I will miss him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say one person, probably Dave.
Which Dave?
Dave Warner.
I think I would go with Jennings.
Because of all the golf and everything together?
We did so much together. We were really close.
What traditions did you learn about?
You mean American traditions?
Christ School traditions.
I remember.
Well,
The Angeles.
Christ School,
oh yeah,
Ashford School Week was so much fun.
the blue balls.
Throwing them in the fire, that was
because
Jean-Pierre was
so
I had to make some stories on my phone, and then I looked through videos and saw Jean-Pierre.
Remember Mongo?
With the Jean-Pierre as the Mongo.
He had a cape in
Yeah.
it.
Was Asheville School worth the wait?
Yeah. They should have put it at the end of the year there.
But it was definitely the best week during
It
the
was
year.
the most fun.
What about stumps? Did you learn anything about stumps?
I wish I had one.
Actually, I'd like to do one, but
I
not.
asked like Mr. Krieger if I can get one. He said no.
no?
Yeah.
I'd like to just have one to do it, not like
I wanted
to
to
do
save
anything
on that.
bad to get it.
I actually think it's a good punishment. I mean, you can't do this sport you maybe really want to play. I talked with Jerome about that because he was really upset
He
with
has
his
a big
stump.
one.
Yeah, because he couldn't play lacrosse, and I think you learn a lot about yourself when
That's
you're out
his
there
main
taking
sport.
your stump.
That's the purpose, is to make people think.
But it's also, you can be lucky and get a small stump, but all you can.
I think it
Yeah.
depends on luck though.
They decide what
get
they
a
choose.
stump
But
that's
if they like
according
you,
to
or if you're like a sophomore, you
evaluation.
won't get such a big stump.
It depends what you did, I think. I mean, if you,
If it's a small violation, you're gonna get a tiny stump.
Do you remember what your hopes were in August?
I definitely said I remember that I wanted to make close relationships, like also relationships I maybe have in the future, which I think I really have.
I said, I want to see a nice campus, or like I think behind the gate there's a big and nice campus, and it's definitely a great campus, especially after the games and the college trip. I saw a lot of campuses, and Christ School has a beautiful campus. So I wanted to make friends, and I made a lot of friends.
Do you think you'll keep them?
Definitely some of them. I hope I have a chance to come back and visit them.
Well, and I expect that many would like to come visit you. Mark and I were talking about that the other night.
Pretty much everybody I was a guest to come to Bulgaria. It's possible. Yeah, either like on tour in Europe. I doubt it though. Definitely have my door open.
I might also miss.
And I really wanted to see more of the United States when I came here.
So, of all the places you visited, what was the biggest surprise, do you think?
Biggest surprise or the best trip?
Those are two separate questions, I guess. But the first was, what was the biggest surprise of any place that you visited?
For me, it was New Orleans. I mean, I didn't really know anything about New Orleans, but I heard it's a pretty big and interesting city. But I don't know, I really thought it's so different. I mean, it turned out really, really cool and interesting, but that was definitely a surprise.
I think actually New York, because I just thought it's like probably so spectacular and amazing. And then after the Yankee game, we wanted to walk to Times Square. And after a while, I asked them when are we on Times Square, and they said we're already on there. And I didn't notice that. So I was like, it's actually not. It's just a city. But then we went to Central Park and looked from Central Park to the sea, and that was amazing. Also, Central Park is a nice place.
Memphis was the wildest place by far I went to. It's like so different, like from every other place, and also in itself, like it's just kind of like what I imagine when I say the word wild. Like I imagine the South, like very dangerous too.
Do you remember what message you were leaving for yourself for the future?
I think I said something like definitely try to keep up with your schoolwork and be good in school and try to learn something new, but also don't focus all the time in the school. Make some friends. Definitely have fun. Experience what Christ School and what America is about.
And do you feel you succeeded?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think I said to myself I should take all the chances I have and go to every trip and go all around the U.S. and do everything I can do over the year. And I think that worked out.
I really don't know what I said, but if I go back, I probably would have said something like, make this one of the most memorable years of my life so far.
So building on that, what you would have said, what would you say as a message first to the new assist students coming in? What advice would you have for them? And then the second, what message for the U.S. students?
Get in touch with each other, like with the other assist students, but also with the school. Like, get to know the people as soon as possible.
I think I really tried to do it in the beginning, but it's definitely hard. Try to really make friends. Like, don't be too shy. Don't stay in your room and engage with people.
Always be out of your room.
Yeah, I mean, of course it's hard. It's like first of all, they speak a different language. You don't know them. They already have their like friends, and so like it's hard to like fit in like a totally new group. But I don't know. That's what I think was really great about Christ School. They really accepted you how you are.
Just break the barrier without talking to people. You gotta do it all the time.
Just be.
I would say that's probably because we have old meets new back in Germany, and they will also ask us what message we want to give the new kids. And I will definitely say, because you're also here to have fun, and so definitely for your breaks, look out that you go with a friend, not like someone you think, yeah, I need a place to stay. Maybe I will just ask the kid because I know him from sports. You should definitely look out for friends and then go over break, because it's much more fun. Because also the families that, I mean, all families are nice. It's just different if you go home with a friend than with just a schoolmate.
I wanted to add, I don't know if that's normal or not, but like, if there are two people from Germany, for example, that they don't speak German with each other when they're like eating dinner or wherever, because they're kind of like I don't know, if you really want to be part of Christ School and try to fit in, you should speak the language everybody speaks.
Were you guys able to avoid that, speaking German?
Like, we really never talked in German.
I didn't say a word in German. Don't worry about it.
It was also good that we had American roommates at the beginning for a quarter, and then I guess if you really not talk German, it's also fine to room together.
Yeah. Mark had a suggestion. Do you remember what you were saying the other night about the school assigning roommates? You were saying something about why that's so important.
Yeah. Like, I think you mean that the roommate is okay, I know what you mean. Yeah, I think you should room with or Christ schools should give the assist students a pretty popular student, because he can like take you to introduce you to nearly everybody. He's probably not too shy to talk to people. And, like, it will definitely help you in the beginning to first of all make friends, get to know people, because you're then not only on your own.
Christ School shouldn't be putting the last person on the list with an assistant.
I think in some cases what happens is that people say they want to have a student from Germany or Bulgaria, but they may or may not be the best choice.
I think it's like a questionnaire.
Could be.
It doesn't really like sound the same in your head. You don't realize what it's going to be like.
To make that suggestion.
And also, kind of responsible person maybe.
Yeah.
If you have someone who's just like, yeah, I sleep through job because it just gives me some demerits, then maybe the new assist kid, he thinks like, yeah, feels awkward when he goes to job, or also other stuff if he misses class.
Yeah.
So you should have a responsible person, and also kind of popular people.
So I want to add something to Felix's point, because if you have a roommate who's maybe a bit crazy, who does some stuff that you're not allowed to do, and you want to, let's say you want to fit in, and you're maybe not, you want to fit in to Christ school, and then he like starts, let's say, smoking or drinking or whatever in the dorm, and you say, okay, I don't really have friends, I want to be included, so I'm just going to do it. Probably, I mean, in the beginning it can happen. Like, I'm just saying that you should really pick people who you know they're pretty straight. And
yeah, I think your roommate is like your biggest connection to the rest of the school.
yeah,
Not this year.
Not for me.
Definitely the
Also
that's
not
probably,
for me,
that's
but
probably the biggest negative factor that for this year.
Yeah.
I wish I could have changed that. I had a chance maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, but it's kind of pointless.
the ranking didn't let you change, right?
He wanted to do it for very specific reasons. He didn't want to let Andrew be alone in his zone, because nobody wanted to room with him. I had my own options. He didn't. So he was already used to me.
Well, we're going to bring this part to a close, but let me just say on video as well that I hope you guys feel that it has been a successful year for you. It certainly has been for the school to have you here, because we've all benefited. We've all been enriched by the experience. So I hope the same is true for you as you prepare now to go back home. Then come back and visit us. All right?
Maybe as alumni.
Yeah, definitely we'll be alumni from now on.
I hope I'm able to go to Germany.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I think that was the best year.
Well, it was wonderful for me too. Thanks, guys.